Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new. In today's video it is my check-in day, so it is 2022, so we're here for our January check-in. So I am very ready to be getting back on the bandwagon now. I've actually been craving exercise but I haven't been able to do any because I had blisters from Christmas Day, so I haven't been able to do anything. So I am very ready to sort of get back into things. So yeah, this video is going to be my check-in. It's going to be a bit different from my previous check-ins just because it's a new year, so I want to sort of give comparisons with how I was this time last year. So yeah, that's how it's going to go. So I'm going to do my usual sections. So I'm going to have my progress shots, which I will compare with January last year, and then I will have my measurements, which I'll take, which I will not really have any comparisons to. Well, I guess I'll have comparisons with last year's measurements to show you how much I've lost inches wise or gained or whatever that measurement will be for the whole year. And then I'll do my goal try on clothing, which I'm not sure whether I have the same clothing that I used last year. If I do, then I'll insert the clips to sort of show the comparison between last year and this year. But yeah, that's how it's going to go. I'm basically going to be doing comparisons between last year's January results and this year's, rather than last month and this month. So last month didn't go as well as expected, but I sort of set myself up with high expectations and I really shouldn't have. It should have just been if I'm on track, I'm on track. If I'm not, then I'm not. I was tracking up until I think the last week before Christmas, so I am happy with that, and I don't think I've badly done anything wrong. I probably think I've maintained measurements and things like that. I don't think my body really looks any different. I did have Domino's for tea last night, so I might be a little bit bloated from the pizza that we had, but I'm not really too bothered about it. This is just fresh year, fresh start, fresh sort of progress shots and everything to compare with for the rest of the year. So yeah, I guess I'll stop rambling and I'll get straight into progress shots first. Okay, so we're going to move on to measurements next. I'll fast forward the part where I'm actually taking my measurements and then I'll discuss at the end. Okay, so there are a few measurement changes from last month, so I will tell you those first. So in terms of differences between last month, I have gone up in a few places, so I'm not too bothered about that. So I've gone up 1/2 inch on my bust, on my belly, on my hips and on my right thigh. Like I said, I'm not really too bothered about it. I haven't eaten the best over the last month. I've indulged quite a lot and yeah, I don't feel guilty about it or anything. It is literally just fresh start now. They are my measurements, so I'll put on the screen what my measurements were for this month, so you can see those and sort of the difference between previous month. And yeah, in terms of what my measurements were the last month, I have I'll work it out because my spreadsheet hasn't worked out what the sort of year comparison is, so I'll come back to you in a minute. Okay, I've got my spreadsheet working now. So according to my spreadsheet for last year from January to December, is that in focus? I lost 11 inches in total. I'll put a screenshot here showing my full measurements from the beginning of 2021 to the end of 2021, so I'm actually quite happy with that. It looks like the only two areas where I gained in measurements were my biceps. I'm not too bothered about that. Everything else either stayed the same or came down, so I'm happy about that. If I do a comparison between January last year and my measurements for this year, I have again come down in quite a few areas. I'm not going to list all the areas, I'll literally just put a screenshot here showing where I've lost. With the sort of total inches between January last year and January this year. So I'm quite happy with that. Measurements have come down, they haven't gone up spectacularly or anything like that, so things are moving in the right direction. Like I said in my probably last few check-ins, I have only really been on track since August, since I sort of had that mental breakdown on my channel, and yeah, I think I've done pretty well to sort of get myself back on track. So we're going to have to see how things go for this year. I'm really excited for this year and really excited for the changes to come and things like that. I'm really sort of in the right mindset and really focused for this year, so I hope that I'll be able to show some results for the beginning of February. So I've got a lot of hard work to do over this coming year, so yeah. We are going to move into gold try on clothing next, so the next clip that you'll see is that. Okay, as always we have gold try on clothing, so I have the summer trousers that again I will try and fit into this year, and then I have the skinny jeans to try on, so we'll try on both of those. That is as far as the trousers are getting. I'm not sure whether it's any different. If it is, then I'll sort of put up an annotation or something like that. You'll be able to see for yourself, but that is how the summer trousers are fitting. And then skinny jeans. I would say they're probably roughly about the same as last time, so at least nothing's changed in that respect. Let's see how we can do with them this year. Okay, so goal try on clothing is done. I don't think there's any sort of changes between last month and this month. Like I said, I'm not sure whether I had the same clothing that I had last year. So if I do, then you'll have seen the side-by-side comparisons. I won't know what they are until I come to edit it. So unless I put something in to sort of explain whether I see changes myself, then yeah, you'll just see them for yourself. So I guess we'll move on to goals next. I'm not really going to compare or talk about my goals for last month, just because I don't think I achieved any of them. There wasn't really much focus in the last month, obviously in the lead up to Christmas, other than me tracking up until Christmas. I have been tracking since I want to say the day after Boxing Day, just to sort of get back into the routine of tracking my calories again, so I have been doing that. So I guess I'll set some new goals for the month, as you will have seen. If you haven't seen, then I'll link it up here somewhere, whichever side it comes up on. I didn't set any major goals for this year. Instead, I set a word of intention. like a word of focus for 2022, and that is consistency. So I am going to use the word consistency to sort of set small goals every month to sort of adhere to that word for the year and to sort of hit my targets and things like that. So with consistency in mind, it is literally going to be, my goals for this month are to get back onto my training plan for my race, so 3 runs a week. I want to restart my gym guide and do that as well, so I'll have, I think, 3 set days for that as well. And then I want to get back into tracking my calories and being under my calories. So they are my goals. I just want to be consistent with them. I am not too bothered whether I sort of hit my calorie goals in at least the first week, just because I'm sort of getting back into routine. But yeah, just consistent tracking, consistent sticking to my training plan, and hopefully it all goes well. So they are my sort of goals, my small goals for this month. We'll have to see how things go. Like I said, I'm very, very motivated at the moment. I am very, I don't know what the word is, I'm itching to get outside for a run. Like I mentioned at the beginning of the video, I went out for a Christmas meal on Christmas Day. We went to the pub and I wore boots that I'd not worn for any sort of long distance before, and yeah, by the time I'd got to the pub I'd already had substantial blisters on the bottom of my feet, and I had to do the walk back. There was no way that we could find a taxi because of the day it was. So I ended up with 2 blood blisters on both of the balls of my feet and a big normal blister on my heel, and they have still not gone now. I'm still sort of on the tail end of them healing, but for the last sort of week since Christmas Day I have basically had my feet up because I haven't really been able to walk on them, so that hasn't been great. I haven't been able to go out for a run or anything like that, so haven't really done any walking either, to be honest, because I've just tried to stay off my feet as much as I can. So yeah, I am itching to get back to exercise. Philip has had a burst of motivation, so he wants to go into the gym today, so I guess it'll be the start today. Whether I run or not, I'm not sure yet. I might give it another day or so until I run, just so that I've given my feet plenty of time to sort of heal, because obviously the blisters are still there, so I don't want to sort of aggravate them again. But yeah, I'm excited for this month. I hope that I will be able to come back to you next month with some good results from my sort of spur of motivation that I've got at the moment. So yeah, that's it. That is my check-in done. I'm pleased with how the year has gone overall, especially since like August time when I had that shift. But yeah, just see where the year takes us, and hopefully I can get somewhere this year. So I'm going to end the video here. So if you like the video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. You can always click the notification bell down below and you'll be notified of when my videos go live. Other than that, I hope you are all staying safe and well. I hope you will all enjoy the rest of your weekend, whenever it is that you're watching this, and I will see you again in my next video. Bye.